We're here with Robbie Davies Jr, WBA Continental Champion, lightweight division, 15 wins, 11 KOs. Good resume, good.
Yeah, building.
Yeah. When did you get into boxing?
When I started boxing was probably 14, 15 years old. All the local lads started joining amateur clubs and things like that from school. Just decided to join in with them. Obviously, a lot of people would think with my dad being a boxer, there was things to do with that, but it was just like the everyday thing in Liverpool. Everyone has a go with boxing at some point.
Okay.
Just progress from there, really.
Yeah, because you could maybe elaborate or expand a bit on your dad. As far as I know, he's obviously Robbie Davies Sr, boxed in the Commonwealth, bronze medalist, Montreal Olympics.
Yeah.
How was that for you as a child, to see that as your role model?
See, as I was growing up, literally, my dad was never one of them people to go on about it and things like that, so it was just something like what you hear, oh, your dad was an Olympian, oh yeah, didn't think nothing of it because I played football. It was only when I started going into the amateur gyms and things like that, put my name on the register, and where my dad's from in Birkenhead, one of the coaches was from Birkenhead, and he was like, you aren't related to Robbie Davies, are you? And I was like, my dad? He was like, oh, your dad was a great fighter. I was like, was he? You know what I mean? It was just one of them. And then it was only then I started asking my dad questions and wanting to know more about his career and things like that.
Yeah.
And then from then on, I started going, winning national titles and things like that. And then my amateur career progressed.
So did he kind of train you as well a little bit, or you just literally went on your own journey?
We've got videos when I'm this big and he's got me throwing punches at his belly and things like that. But I was never like, he was never pushing me into boxing really. It was just more support, and came to every one of my amateur fights, came to all my professional fights, even my international fights.
Yeah.
I used to try and get to the most of them as an amateur as well. He'd fly over, but never really, like some dads like become too pressured on the top of the kids and things like that. He was never really like that. He just, if I won, I won, if I lost, I lost. He just told me the basics.
Oh, okay.
Like get to bed early.
Yeah. If
my bird was in the house, he'd knock on the door. Make sure you keep your feet on the floor. Stop messing. I'd be like, Dad, don't say that. So it's like, but he's all right, like.
And have you got any brothers or sisters or anything as well?
No, I've got a sister.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not fond of the boxing like my mum.
Yeah.
They're just like completely blank to it. They'd rather see me being an actor or a singer.
So we're at a point now where, like I said, you're the WBA Continental Champion. You won that in March 2016, in Liverpool as well. How did that feel, actually winning the title in your own city?
Even before that, like I've been like always asking for the opportunity to get titles and things like that. And then I'd signed with a new manager, Neil Marsh, and obviously opportunities just started coming from all angles with Neil. And then he said, like, Jaco Pudnichen, you can fight him for a vacant WBA Continental, we're going to get you in Liverpool and things like that. But I was made up to just like get a strap of my own, but even like then, it was on like a dinner show and things like that, so even then I was still like a myth. People were hearing me, he's done well, he's knocked someone else out, but we still haven't seen him. So everything's just been like working towards progression to where I am now. Yeah.
So how many, because as you said, in relation to the myth, the legend, so to speak, yeah? How many amateur fights have you actually had before you turned pro?
As an amateur, I had about 70 fights. Lost about 8 or 9. Do you know what I mean? So I always feel like I underachieved as an amateur, because things like with weight or not being as fit as I should be, or taking fights on short notice against top international opponents, and obviously you get your few, wouldn't say robberies, but if it was in Liverpool, I'd have got them. You fight them in their hometown, they get them. Do you know what I mean? You'd have a few of them decisions. Internationally, if you don't knock them out, you're going to get a draw, even if you win. Do you know what I mean? But I always feel like if I'd trained the way I do now as a professional, I'd have achieved a lot more as an amateur.